Hey, what's good, everyone? In today's session, my opponent puts me all in and puts max pressure on me. Alright, let's see what happens.
I belong to you. I belong to you. Do just what you want.
Today, I go play the 1-2 no limit game at the final table. I buy in for the max $400. I get my chips and head to the table. Starting off the session, I shout out $5 on the button and seat 7 raises it to $22. Two players make the call, and I look down at 6-9 offsuit. And of course, I'm gonna defend 6-9 on the button. So I make the call along with the player to my left, and we go 5 ways to a flop. The flop is 10-9-8 with 2 diamonds. The initial pre-flop raiser bets out $20. I make the call along with 2 players, and we go 4 ways to a turn. The turn is the 8 of spades. And this time, action checks to me. I turn my pair of 9s into a semi-bluff, and bet out $75, and 2 people call. The river is another 8, now giving me a full house. When action checks to me, I don't think I can get a 10 to fold, and definitely not quads if someone went runner. So I check as I have plenty of showdown value, and I end up chopping the pot with the player to my left. He shows King 9, and the player to my right shows Ace Jack for a brick straight draw. Alright, starting off the session with a decent sized pot. I'll take it, let's go. There's a $5 shadow on the button, and I look down at 6-3 diamonds. I make the call, and the player to my left raises it to $15. I make the call along with one other player, and we go 3 ways to a flop. The flop isn't too bad. Ace-6 queen all offsuit, and I got bottom pair. I check, and then action checks through. The turn is a 9 of hearts, and this time I lead out for $20, and only one player calls. We go heads up to a river, which is a 4 of clubs. Doesn't change much. I don't think I can win with a pair of 6s, so I bet out $50, turning my small pair into a bluff. And then I get snap raised to $125, and I quickly fold. Looking back at this hand, I can't be limping in with 6-3. I either need to fold or I need to raise pre-flop. Alright, moving on from that one. I shout out $5 on the button and look down at 4 or 5 of diamonds. 3 players call, and I check, and we go 4 ways to a flop. The flop is a good one. 4-9-5 all offsuit, and I flop bottom 2 pair. Okay, not too shabby. The small blind bets out $5, and when action's on me, I raise it to $20, and only the small blind calls, and we go heads up to a turn. The turn is the king of clubs, and then the small blind leads out again, this time for $50. This is a little concerning because I just raised him on the flop, and he leads out again for me to possibly raise him again. Does he ever have king 9 here for a higher 2 pair? I just make the call, and we go heads up to a river. The river is the ace of diamonds, and then he rips it all in and has me covered. I snap call for $112. He shows 4-6 offsuit, turning his bottom pair into a bluff, and I double up. Hey, let's go. Much needed double up. Even though I snap called, that wasn't an easy call because with such a dry board, there isn't many bluffs here, and I'm usually getting stacked by a set or a higher 2 pair. But I was just so pot committed, I already made up my mind that I wasn't folding. But I'm glad I got this one through, and I live another day. This next hand, I pick up ace king of spades in the cutoff position. Such a pretty hand. Undergun raises it to $10. One player calls, and then when action's on me, I 3-bet it to $40. Only one player calls, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is 7-4-9 all offsuit. Action checks to me, and I down bet to $30, just as I would if I had aces or kings here. He then mid clicks it to $60. When people mid raises me, not gonna lie, scares the crap out of me, because majority of the times, it's almost never a bluff. And with this kind of board texture, I don't know why, but I just make the call, hoping for an ace or a king, I guess. Well, the turn is exactly that, the ace of hearts, now giving me top pair. This time, he leads out for $100, and this just looks so strong. He's saying he has a set, but I don't know, I just don't believe him. So I make the call. The river is the king of clubs, which now gives me top 2 pair. Surprisingly, he slows down and checks. Thank goodness. Now I know I'm good, so when action's on me, I go all in and he snap folds. Looking back here, I should have bet small to try to get some value or maybe even entice a bluff, because what hands am I really trying to get to call me? Only better hands are calling in this spot. The way he played it, he was representing like he flopped the set. But if I had bet small on the river, maybe he has a hand like 8-10 or 5-6 for a missed straight draw and then tries to be aggressive and bluffs at me. But I'll learn from this one and try to get more value for next time. Okay, double board bomb pot time. The top board is Jack Ace Queen and I flop top set. And the bottom board is 7-6-5 of 2 diamonds and I have the nut flush draw. Seat 9 bets out $35. I make the call along with 2 other players and we go 5 ways to a turn. The turn on the top board pairs the board with another jack, now giving me a full house with aces full. And the bottom board is the last ace, giving me top set on the bottom. Seat 9 bets out $25. Middle position then goes all in for $13. And then when action's back on me, I raise it to $125. 2 players call and we go 3 ways to a river. The river on the top and the bottom both brick out and doesn't change anything. Dang, I was really hoping for the bottom board to river a diamond or pair the board for a scoop scoop. But I go all in and only see 8 calls. We end up chopping the pot. I show my aces up top and he shows 8-9 for a flop straight on the bottom. Last couple interesting hands of the night. I shot out $5 on the gun. Hella people limp in, and when action's on me, I look down at ace queen offsuit and raise it to $35. Only 1 player calls, and we go heads up to a flop. The flop is a great one. Deuce queen ace, and I flop top 2 pair. Action checks to me, and I see bet for $20, and he quickly makes the call. The turn is another deuce. It does bring in another flush draw. Action checks to me again, and I bet out $50 this time, and he quickly folds. Last interesting hand of the night. I pick up 5-3 offsuit, aka a natural 8 in Baccarat. When action's on me, I raise it to $8 because, come on, I have a natural 8, so I have to raise it to $8. 3 people call, and we go 4 ways to a flop, which is 4-5-5, and I flop trip 5s. Like I said, natural 8 baby. Middle position bets out $10, and then I raise it to $30. But unfortunately everyone folds, but I do take down the pot. All natural baby. And just like that, I rack up my chips and call it a night. Alright, just got done with the session. Not the most interesting session, but I was in for the game for 400 and out for 590. Kind of a slow grind tonight, so just gonna take my W and call it a night. So thanks for watching and see you on the river.